Well, hello there, beautiful rays of light. Thank you for joining me on the Hill Spot podcast. I am Nikki S. Salas, your host, spiritual guide, well-being educator, and all-around inspiration giver. This is about promoting healing. We want to promote healing so we can live better. When we are doing better, we are able to enjoy our lives. And how do we do this? We do this by positively affecting the different aspects of the self, whether that be mentally, physically, emotionally, and the spirit. The spirit loves that. It goes along for the ride. So make sure you subscribe so you can be notified of upcoming videos and life teachings. Thank you for joining me. Peace and blessings. All right, so let's just jump right into it. Part two. Some other things that I believe that I know that are important, whether we are starting a new year, a new day, creating our lives as we go, is being intentional. I know you have heard of that, right? That is a trending topic, as you say, a trending phrase. But I want to go a little deeper with that. To me, being intentional is, yes, we can put these intentions. We might have this intention to do a certain thing, but how do we even help the intentions to come forward? We have to set boundaries. Yes, yes. I know a lot of times we go from one year to the next and we say, hey, out with the old, in with the new, but we really have to mean it if we want change in our life. Again, being intentional. Being intentional means setting boundaries. I give you a great example. As I said in part one of the things that I love to do as far as body movement, though we may say exercise, and that's fine if that's your word when it comes to body movement, but movement comes in different ways. Range of motion, walking, which is a range of motion too. Riding a bike, running, doing some type of cardio, lifting weight is all body movement. We're doing that to increase circulation in different ways, right? Again, as I said before, whether it be circulating our blood, circulating lymphatic fluid, all these different things are needed to help the body to process better, whether it be food and also the things that we are putting in our bodies as far as the environment, right? The things that we take on energetically wise. And that also includes the things that we are allowing ourselves to think of, right? So again, going back to being intentional and setting boundaries, we have to cycle out with the old, in with the new thoughts, to create new beliefs, to create new actions. And again, like I said, and that's where I was going with this, but I went off topic a little bit, but it's all part of the plan, right? When I am doing my or scheduling my body movements, whether it be walking or other things, I put the intention out there, say, hey, at such and such time, this is what I'm going to do. So with that being said, and that being put in the forefront of my mind, I am moving throughout my day, scheduling my day, creating boundaries to make that intention of exercise and whatever, in what manner that I choose to do it, whatever body movement, so it can be done. So if I am going outside for a walk at 9 a.m., I set boundaries and say to myself, I'm not doing nothing else that is impeding on this time, because this my goal for today, which is a daily goal for me. And that's something else I'm going to talk about in this recording, is visioning. And we're going to get to that in a minute. But let's go back to boundaries. We set those boundaries to put a clear instruction, being intentional in our lives. And this is also us practicing and us standing firm in what we are desiring for us, which is the best, right? Because I want the best for you, and I know you want the best for yourself. When we create boundaries, I'm going to say this again. When we create boundaries, we are setting the attention, excuse me, we are setting our attention, we are setting up our lives, we are creating our lives. So this goes with many things, right? Different types of body movements, different types of exercise. That includes the exercise of being around people, because that's a practice as well, right? So like I said earlier, if I have in my plan to complete or to go do my walk outside at 9 a.m., I have set that intention. I have created that boundary to make it so. So if a friend of mine, and say her name is Jane Doe, says, "Hey, Nikki, well, I want you to do this and that and the other with me at 9 o'clock." I kindly tell Jane, "Thank you for offering, but I'm going to decline. I'm saying no because this is what I have something to do." Because we don't always have to over explain ourselves, right? But you are setting this boundary. You are even sharing this boundary with another person to let them know how you choose to move, how you choose to cycle through your life. And sometimes we need to do that to be an example to others as well, right? Because we all could do better with boundaries. We all could do better in lives, period. But when we are choosing to share our intentions or boundaries, and again, that's up to you, when we are choosing to share our intentions or boundaries with other people, it is more so of letting them know or letting yourself know. I say that. Letting yourself know first, being clear with yourself of the instruction of yourself and how you want to create your life, and also being an example to show other people, or to be an example of how other people can create and be in their lives, which is why I'm sharing with you of why in the mornings, if I schedule my walk at 9 a.m., I am doing nothing else around it. So if someone comes to me and offers or asks to do something else, I'm clearly saying no. So that's the first part. We are setting intention, being intentional by setting boundaries. The next thing that I want to talk about, which I mentioned before, is having vision. That's really, when you think about it, it is in alignment with being intentional and setting boundaries. And I know you guys heard of vision walls, vision boards, and they're very similar, but I want to even take that a little bit further. We are creating vision, we are having vision so we can start cycling that through our mind. There is much evidence, much science behind this. And the reason why I say this is so you can be aware of the processes that's going on in your body and throughout which your world of your body. When we practice gratitude, when we practice meditation, when we practice these different things, it's especially when we doing things that's beneficial for the body, but also the things that happen into our bodies when we are not doing what's well with it, right? Because like I said before, we should be asking what is well with our soul when we are making many decisions throughout our day, as much as possible, as much as you can remember. But going back to vision is very important. And I know you all have heard of manifestation and so forth, but that is part of it. But it has to be in your mind. You have to feel it, be it, and act it out in your mind for it to be created, for it to be shown, expressed outwardly. And the way that we even bring this into our life is by being it in our minds first. What we create in our mind, just like about being intentional, setting boundaries, we are creating our lives. That is part of vision. When we are setting visions, and if you choose to call it goal, but I love to say vision because that's what's in you, that you are a creator. You can vision something in your mind and make it so in your physical life. And this is something, again, that I love to play with, as I say. And I say play with because I create this cycle in my mind, wherever it is that I'm choosing to express outwardly. I play with it in my mind, and then I just be patient and allow it to express itself outwardly and manifest in the physical form, right? Because it's all part of our life. What's going on mentally, what's going on emotionally, and what's going on physically. But it starts in the mind first. And when we feel it, when we feel that happy emotion, like I said earlier, of dopamine, our body opens up, it releases. The mind is on board with that. The emotions is definitely on board. The body becomes on board because it's just going with the flow of what the mind is saying and doing, right? And then the spirit is definitely on board because it wants the best for us. So creating vision, and of course, I know you are creating a vision in something that is well for you. And it's not just material things, right? It is how you can be your best emotionally, mentally, and physically. And it automatically, I'm here to tell you, it automatically brings better material wise. But I don't want you to focus just on the material because it's about making the whole better. Again, the mind, the emotions, the body, so the spirit can lead and it will attract to you that which you are, right? We are becoming more in this way. We are becoming more of conduits or mediums, I should say, of bringing things into our life, whether they be materials or even better situations into our lives. When we are moving better, when we are cycling better, and as we become better, better is attracted, or I should say, aligned with us. So those are a couple other things to think about when practicing or creating this new life, because every day is a new life, but this new life in this new year to have a better year. I wish you all well as always. Peace and blessings. Until the next time. Bye.